been real bad. I've been real bad, boy, on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the down in the dirt. Down in the dirt. Down in the dirt. Down in the dirt.
Good evening and welcome everybody to another race edition brought to you by Extreme Sim TV here at Nashville Fairground Speedway, recently coming to iRacing. We're going to be putting on or seeing a good show from looks like about 21 drivers so far tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about last week. We'll bring up the results from last week. We were at Richmond Speedway. Cameron Hearn and Logan Powers took 1 and 2. Josh Cottle, a newcomer, Talon Pelfrey, AJ Warren, all newcomers. They all finished in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th positions. So some top fives coming from some new faces out there. We have about 8 minutes left here in our practice. Sorry about that. In our practice tonight. And just going to talk a little bit about last week and kind of what we expect to see tonight. My co-broadcaster is not here tonight. Not sure if she's going to make it or not. But regardless, we will still be putting on a show for all of you out there. Making a couple adjustments. You're going to see some large things on the screen here. That's going to go away. There we go. Sorry about that. So a pretty unique speedway here tonight. We'll bring up our info for that. Obviously 4 turns, much like every other track, but it's only a little over a half a mile, 0.57. Track temp tonight is 81 degrees, so expect some good speed, but expect some large amount of wear on the tires, because speed does create more wear and tear on those tires. We're going to run a quick commercial here before we get going with qualifying. Be right back. And usually my co-broadcaster Rachel Thornhill is up in the booth, so we have some things that kind of bounce off of each other and talk. We'll go ahead and we'll look out at our field tonight. Some familiar names. Let's go ahead and talk about this car right here, the number 88 of Daniel Smallwood. We know he's one of the quick drivers. We've got Cameron Hearn here tonight as well. Logan Powers is on the list, but he's not out on the track right now. Brandon Thornhill's been showing some good speed over the last few weeks. Brandon Murray, looks like they're having some fun on the pit stop. Anthony Giuliano, and then we've got Dylan Gonis. Dylan Gonis had some speed this year, but haven't seen him really finish one off. Look for him to have a stronger night tonight. And then we have the new guys. We talked about Josh Hoddle. He's there in the 22. He had a very strong showing last week in what we believe was his first race. Then there's Sean Hayes in the 47. Had another. He was another newer person that had a really good run. And the 8 car right there, he had a very strong run as well. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys stack up tonight, and kind of watch them during this practice. And we'll watch some more of these cars go around the track. We'll try to get on some guys that are out there running around. If I can actually find somebody who is running around, we'll watch Daniel Smallwood here in practice and see how he's getting around this half-mile track with just about 3 minutes left in practice. I noticed earlier that some of these guys were getting into the wall. You see guys getting into the wall there. Very tight off the corners on this track. So as we watch Brandon Thornhill Saw Brandon Thornhill turning some laps earlier, and it looked like he was turning some pretty good laps. Looks like the cars are really tight off the corner. It's going to really depend on how you drive into the corner, through the center, and obviously off, but that's going to be the big story tonight, I believe. It is going to definitely be an interesting race with 21 cars on a half-mile track that I personally have not even run before. I actually had to buy the track and download it right before the broadcast because I kind of forgot that we were racing here at Nashville, so got about 2 minutes left in practice, and the leader board right now. I'll go ahead and throw up the session state. You can see Josh Cottle's actually the fastest car out there right now. Daniel Smallwood about 14 one-thousandths of a second behind him. Cameron Hearn about 19 thousandths of a second behind him, and then Logan Powers and so on and so forth. Logan Powers still within 24 thousandths. Then it drops to tenths after that. So those 4 cars I would expect are going to have if they all qualify, it's going to be quite interesting to see them put down on a qualifying lap. You're just talking literally just split second, not even, just a fraction of a second. So it should be quite interesting to see. Remainder of the field getting their final laps in for tonight. In their practice session, about 40 seconds to go. Let's see what it's like to go around this track from the cockpit view of Brandon Thornhill. There you go. There's a little sneak peek. Definitely expect some interesting racing here tonight as checkered flag has come out for this session. They're going to go into qualifying, and then we are going to go racing here tonight at Nashville. All right, we'll wait and see who lines up to go out and who does not. We're going to focus on, looks like Cameron Hearn has fired up his car. Cameron Hearn off pit road, going down the back stretch, heading into turns 3 and 4. It's a very good run off, set that up perfectly. Here the car slipped just a little bit, so there's a little bit of a traction issue. Drives it very hard down into 3, gets off the corner very well. He's going to post a time up here. Cameron Hearn puts it at the top of the board with an 18.642. We'll jump around and see if we can catch some other qualifiers. See, Brandon Thornhill is out there. See what Brandon can put in for a lap here. As Daniel Smallwood actually knocks off Cameron Hearn by 1/1000th of a second. Brandon Thornhill jumping up into the 5th position. Here comes Logan Powers down the back stretch. He's already put in 1 lap. Coming to put in the money lap here. See where he's going to line up tonight. Logan Powers goes to the top of the board. Many of these drivers not choosing to put in a lap. Still waiting to see. Here we go. Here comes Dylan Gonis off pit road. See what he does. Oh, Dylan, all kinds of sideways. Dylan fighting that car all the way around the corner. I don't think he's going to be happy with his qualifying effort. That puts him in the 11th position so far. See if he can improve upon his time. He does slightly improve. That moves him up into the top 10. Looking around. Here we go. Here comes Anthony Giuliano. He's going to try to see where he can put this thing in the lineup. Anthony must have run out of qualifying laps. He has not scored. That's probably going to do it. I do not see anyone else out on the track right now. Cade Ferguson does have the opportunity if he wanted to, but he is just sitting there on pit road. So that's going to wrap up our qualifying. We'll be back shortly with your starting grid here at Nashville. As time expires in qualifying, drivers are going to start gridding up here momentarily. Logan Powers with the pole position. We'll wait and see. There he is. And we will bring up the starting grid for tonight. Starting off on the pole position will be Logan Powers. To his outside will be Daniel Smallwood. Rolling off third will be Cameron Hearn. Fourth, Sean Hayes. Fifth, Josh Cottle. Sixth, Brandon Hill. Seventh, Jeffrey Converse. Eighth, Aaron Hearn. Ninth, Joseph Murata. 10th, Dylan Gonis. 11th, Talon Pelfrey. 12th, Brandon Murray. 13th, Hermie Sadler. 14th, Anthony Giuliano. 15th, Leonard Frost. 16th will be Andrew Brigante. 17th will be Craig Goodenough. 18th, Corey Tuggle. 19th, Thomas Crane. 20th, Kel Butler. And 21st will be Cade Ferguson. That will be your starting grid for this evening's event here at Nashville with 100 laps. Wait for the pace car to roll out here. Usually takes about 2 minutes before everybody gets in their cars, gets lined up. Pace car is starting to roll out, so we will be probably 2 laps around here. Short tracks, usually they do 2 laps before they go green. Gonna probably sit in this camera angle for most of the evening. Alrighty, pace car has turned its lights off. We're heading down the backstretch. Try to make sure that you guys get all of this action, or as much of it on camera as possible, as I feel there's probably going to be some pretty interesting action going on out there tonight. Getting ready for the green flag to drop. Green flag is out. Loud pedal goes down. Wow. Daniel Smallwood gets a great jump on the outside, is going to go ahead and take off and lead this first lap. Assuming he can hold it through 3 and 4, which he does. Here comes the 47 of Sean Hayes on the outside of Cameron Hearn. Tight racing for second, third, and fourth position. Cameron Hearn battling back on the inside now against Sean Hayes. Cameron Hearn taking that third position back. Going to try to chase down Logan Powers as Sean Hayes does a crossover and moves to the inside of the number 67. 67 holding very tight on the outside, gets a pedal down. Here comes the number 22 of Josh Cottle with a pretty easy pass there, putting him up in the fourth position. Looks like Logan Powers starting to apply a little bit of pressure to the number 88 as he kind of comes back to that rear bumper. Rolling back into the sixth position, Thornhill. 10th position, Murray. Tuggle back in 16th. Brigante 19th, last car on the lead lap. Back to the front, Smallwood pulling away just a little bit from Logan Powers, but Cameron Hearn right on his rear end. Hearn looks like he's on a mission here. Drives to the outside of the 98, going to see if he can make it stick. Cannot get back to the throttle quick enough. 2 different lines there from each of those cars. All 3 cars actually. The number 88, the number 98, and the number 67. But as we watch the battle for second place between Cameron Hearn and Logan Powers, very impressed with the number 22 here. Had a great race at Richmond, doing very well tonight, running in the 4th position. We've kind of had a couple of cars the last 2 weeks, being Logan Powers and Cameron Hearn battling out tonight. Seems like we're going to have more than just 2 cars battling for the front few positions. Short track racing at its best right here. We're already on coming to lap number 10 of 100 at this pace. We are going to be seeing the green, the white, and then the checkered before you know it, as Daniel Smallwood has played on the outside and a great jump on the start of the race. Past Logan Powers going into turn 1 and has been out front the whole time here. Logan Powers not letting him get away. He's kind of maintaining that gap, as well as Cameron Hearn maintaining the gap between himself and the 98. Josh Cottle kind of closing in ever so slightly in that 4th position. Sean Hayes backing up just a little bit. Brandon Thornhill seems to be maintaining, maybe gaining Aaron Hearn in the 91 there. It says 11 on the car. I heard something, and we got a caution. Go ahead and back this up here. All right, this happened in front of these cars. Let's see if we can do this. Seem to be having some technical difficulties here. All right. I'm going to watch it go through here. And not sure. $161 was not involved. Was the 89 car of Craig good enough? So we'll watch the 89 car come out the corner here. Looks like he just gets really slow on his own, gets down on the inside wall. Unfortunately, collects a couple of other cars in the process. Craig's on pit road getting some repairs. I don't think any of your leaders pitted too early in the race. Guys probably can run the whole race on one set of tires if they really want to. They may need a splash of fuel. Probably see that happen later in the race. As we watch pace car lights go out, we are lining up to go double foul and back to the green flag. Well, last time the 88 went on green. That's when the start of the race on the flagman, and on restarts it's on the leader. So it should be interesting to see what kind of jump Daniel Smallwood is going to be able to get here, or if Logan Powers can time it correctly. Pace car pulls on down. Here we go. And he fires off directly. Daniel Smallwood does not waste any time, gets a nice little jump right out of the gate. 98 is able to come down, and I hear crashing. Let's go ahead and back the tape up here and see who all was involved. That happened in front of the 10, 42. Look at the number 17 car. This might give us a good angle. Back this up very slowly. And I believe that there was a checkup. Someone did not go. Somebody did not get in the gas properly. Yeah, there's a little bump from behind. Looked like somebody didn't get going there. Not sure, but you saw it there. You can make up your own mind on what happened. That will not change anything. The leaders decide that they're going to stay out. There are your race stats right there so far for the race. Fastest lap being set by Aaron Hearn. Got 2 cautions. No lead changes, which is actually kind of funny because technically speaking, the 98 was the leader when we started the race, but the 88 made it by him and has been in the lead ever since. So no lead changes. as we wait to see if the pace car lights are going to be turned out. They are not. We're going to go another lap around here, waiting for the track to be cleared, conditions to be correct, and then we're going to go back to green flag racing. We got 21 laps of 100 in the books. Probably go green here with coming to 23. I would assume the lights in the pace car will go out after this lap. Lights on the pace car do go off. Pace car ducks down. Smallwood takes off once again halfway through the corner. Wow, Logan Powers powering around the outside. Going to give a challenge to that number 88. See if he can stay in it and keep off the wall. He does, and he goes right around the 88. That was a great piece of driving by the 98. The 88 drives a little bit hard, gets it a little bit sideways, kind of checks everybody up there. The number 22 getting underneath the 67. Here comes the 68 putting his nose down underneath. Oh, and the number 68 is turned. You saw that one live. We'll go ahead and stop. Wait for... I'm going to back this up. We're going to change the camera angle. Watch Brandon Cornhill come out of the corner here, comes up the racetrack a little bit. Oh. Some of those cars got very lucky. They ghosted through the other cars. All right, well, 25 of 100 now, 26 of 100 now in the books. But Logan Power managed to get around Daniel Smallwood. Got a great jump on that restart, or just drove it in the corner harder. Not sure. Just had a fantastic drive around the outside of the 88. Made his way to the front. Mixed things up a little bit. That has changed. Logan Powers now leading. Daniel Smallwood in second. Josh Cottle has made it up to third. Cameron Hearn fourth. And Dylan Gonis now running in the fifth position. Take a quick break here and we'll be back momentarily. Pace car lights are out. We're double foul. We're going to go back green flag racing here. As we watch the number 98 with the Ford EcoBoost on the side of that car against the 88 with the Hellmans. Pace car's down. 98 can go whenever he wants. He's holding them back, and now he takes off. It's a good drive off the corner. Going to slide up just a little bit. I think that battle for the 4th position is going to actually heat up as Cameron Hearn fights with the 22. Manages to get down the 22. Will move Cameron Hearn now up into the top 3. The 98, 88, and 67 all driving different lines throughout these corners, as we have unfortunately another caution. Back up the tape here and see if we can find what happened. It happened further back than that. All right, let's go on Brigante's car and back it up. I think that we might be able to get a look from this angle here. Definitely something happened there. Not sure what, but definitely something. And once again, under here, caution, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be back momentarily. Alright, back here live. Pace car lights are out. We're going to be going green flag racing. Once again, that pace car will duck off. The number 98 is going to be in control of the race here as we get ready to go back green. 98 holds him back and then darts off the corner, tries to make sure he gets as much advantage as possible. Now, during that, I think we had the 67 of Cameron Hearn pit for tires. And probably feel he has chosen this point of the race to do that. That's going to mire him back in the 8th position. So we'll keep an eye on him See what his progress is like as we go back up front to the leaders. Logan Power and battling it out for 1 and 2. Anthony Giuliano running currently in the 3rd position. Another car that took tires and some fuel probably is that car right there, the number 22 of Josh Cottle, trying to get by the 161 of Lennon Frost. Hearn and Cottle, excuse me, both on either fuel or fuel and tires. Going to see if they can work their way through this traffic. Cottle thinking about, and he does take the outside, goes around the outside of the 161. That's going to move him up 1 position. Looking back up towards the front. Oh wow, Logan Powers actually pulling away ever so slightly from the number 88 car. Cameron Hearn now up into the 5th position, getting ready to challenge Aaron Hearn, taking over the 4th position, setting his sights on the number 17 of Anthony Giuliano. Dive it to the inside on Giuliano here. I've noticed that Giuliano is kind of using a diamond format to his corners. He's kind of letting it roll up the track and then coming down kind of like a diamond. The battle front kind of seems to be about the same, about a half a second, but here comes Cameron Hearn. Josh Cottle not getting through traffic at the same rate that Cameron Hearn was. He's got a little bit of different entry and exit, allowing him to get a good run on, but needs the space to put that car. See that as he rolls through the center of the corner, he picks up so much speed, gets right to the back of that car in front of him, but doesn't really have a place to go. So he's going to have to change something up if he wants to get around this car in front of him. That car being Cameron Hearn. Back up front, Logan Powers still leading. Here comes Cameron Hearn, going to try to make the pass on the 88 of Daniel Smallwood. Smallwood tight to the outside, almost got into the wall. Cameron Hearn going to sneak by him here as they enter turn 3. Smallwood wanted to try to get back to the throttle, could not quite get there. Hearn easily takes over the 2nd position now. I'll tell you what, it looks like these guys did the right call on tires as Hearn making his way up. Josh Cottle now just passed Anthony Giuliano for the 4th position, so he continues to move forward, but that man right there, the 67 of Cameron Hearn, seems to have made his move at the right time to get tires as we're closing in on the halfway mark of very tight racing coming down this front stretch here. The 98 and 67 takes it high and to the outside, going to get a great run here off the corner. Easily going to get past the 98. That will set sail for the 67 as we watch Josh Cottle now try to make his way with fresher tires. We know he has fresher tires than Logan Powers and Daniel Smallwood. We'll see if he can make his way up towards the front. And you watch that gap there, 2.7 seconds to the leader right now. I think Cameron Hearn is probably going to be the fastest car on track, but we will continue to watch that and see if that holds true. Cottle losing a little, as we have a caution again. See if we can find out where that was. Let's look at the 124 car. May have been him, I'm positive. I saw that he was down on the apron. We'll see if this was for him or not. Pulled down like pits. Not sure. Let's I know the caution was out by this point. Let's take a look around the track and see if we can find anybody that was in trouble. I am not seeing anything from where I was. May have been just a weird... May have been because the 124 was going to pits and it may have triggered the caution. I'm not sure. That's really strange. I don't see anybody, unless it was Dylan Gonis, but I don't think so. Not sure about that caution, folks. I wish I could tell you more about it, but unfortunately, I cannot. So, wow. Looks to me like Josh Cottle and Talon Pelfrey stayed out while maybe 162 of Corey Tuggle did as well. Cameron Hearn came back down again, got tires. Looks like Logan Powers, Daniel Smallwood, and everyone else did as well. So that's going to make it a little bit interesting. There was not a lot of laps on the tires, but I think at a short track there's enough laps on tires to make a bit of a difference. Josh Cottle, Talon Pelfrey, and Corey Tuggle all on older tires as far as I can tell from where they were running and who was where. On the pace car have gone out. We are going to go back to green flag racing with 56 of 100 in the book. We're going to have 57 at the line. Josh Cottle up in front for the first time tonight. Pace car is down. We'll see when he decides he wants to go. Kind of goes just about where everyone else has gone tonight. Oh wow, the 8 gets into the wall. Talon Pelfrey gets into the wall. There's a bit of a roadblock here. I think this is going to benefit Josh Cottle. I don't think this is going to last very long. These two cars of Tuggle and Pelfrey are side by side. And the 8 gets it's a little help from behind, it looks like. Oh, it's in the... Wow. No need to rewind that one, folks. You saw it live. I'm not going to replay that. Definitely not what you want to see in this position here. We are on lap 59 of 100, and we're going to take another quick race break here. We're going to go to the caution cam so you can continue to see the action under caution. Alright, we are back live. Lights on the pace car are off. You saw Cameron Hearn make a pit stop during that caution. 22 is the control car here, and we're getting ready for him to go now. He puts the loud pedal down, and away he goes. Corey Tuggle gets a very good restart. Unfortunately, on the outside lane with older tires, that 98 is going to have the best shot to get to that number 22. 98 slides up in front of the 162. Here comes the 98 underneath. Leave that door open. Somebody's going to come in there. I can guarantee you that. Logan Powers with a power move down in turn 3. Now here comes the 88 with the power move of his own to his inside. 22 tries to fight strong on the outside, but it's not going to happen. Logan Powers is just kind of firing out of a shotgun. He's opening up a gap over Smallwood. Cameron Hearn mired back here in traffic. He is currently sitting in the 10th position. And we have a spin right in front of our eyes. May not have caught it all, so I will back it up and let you see it firsthand here. But I thought it got loose, but maybe not. I'm not positive, but you saw it there. You can make up your own minds, folks. The interesting thing to me would be to see what the 22 does here. Everybody else is kind of pitted already. I don't know. There's still quite a few cars in the lead lap. There's 13, going to be 14 cars in the lead lap, but I think if I was a 22, I'd probably come get my tires. He's probably the only one who has not gotten the last set, and I feel like if you're going to do it, you're going to have to do it now. And he chose not to, so I think he's going to ride it out for the rest of the way on the tires that he's on. Feel like he's probably going to be possibly a third place or a fourth place car. We'll see if his tires can hang on or not. Cameron Hearn is lurking back there. Currently being shown in the 8th position. So Cameron Hearn actually can go down and not go down, but I think he can actually still drive his way back to, maybe not to the front, but I think he can get probably into that 3rd position. I think the 3 fastest cars out there, just from my opinion of what I've seen tonight, 67, the 98, and the 88. The 22 has shown speed at times, but he's on a bit older tires now. I don't think that's going to play well for him. But it's racing and you never know. So a little bit of damage on the front of the 88 there. You can see the damage there from that caution, I think 2 cautions ago. Joseph Murata making a very quick entry. I think he's going to get a speeding penalty for that one, but may not care. We are still not going to go side by side here yet. Not going green this time by or next time by, whatever. We are 71 of 100. Start of the race was looking really good. Looked like we were going to have a pretty caution-free race, and then things changed. We'll wait on that pace car, see if the lights go out or not. Something to think about too. As they get ready to line up side by side, I think the pace car, lights are out on the pace car. So now Cameron Hearn is technically 4th in line on the outside, even though he's 8th position, he's 4th on the outside. So if he can make the outside line work with those newer tires, he could potentially make up a couple spots real quick here. We'll see how that works out for him. But in the meantime, Logan Powers has looked very strong all night. He's got the lead. He's going to be the control car here. Everybody's trying to guess when he's going to fire off. I think it's going to be right now. I couldn't get it out fast enough. He went just before I said right now. Dives it down into 1, through 2, looking good. We'll kind of look in the middle of the pack, see what kind of happens back here. Got the number 8 going around. I actually happen to be on him, but I don't know what would have caused him to go around, so we'll go ahead and back the tape up. And we'll start here, going into 1. Looks like he was having a difficult time getting back to the throttle, and well, you can make your own minds up there. I don't think that was anything intentional, but looked like he just wasn't getting off the corner there. I think at some point these guys would like to get back to a rhythm, green flag racing, get to a rhythm and get it done. Now, there is the pit stop that I did not think was going to happen. The 22 decided to go ahead, come down, get those tires with about 20. I mean, we have 25 to go right now when they cross the line. But the laps are going to count down 20 some laps. I mean, it's enough. It's not like it's not like he can't make it there. And especially if he wants to run the outside with fresher tires, I think he can definitely run his way up towards the front. Just noticed some front end damage on the 98, the right front. Probably, I think all these cars probably have damage. Short track racing at its finest, rubbing and racing, it's all part of it. So the good news for the 22 is he's currently being shown in the 10th position. So he's technically only going to be 5 cars back, but he is going to be on the outside lane. And going 3 wide here is probably not going to happen. Definitely surprised that he made the pit stop that late in the race. I kind of figured that he would just kind of ride it out at this point, but you never know. A lot of things can happen. A lot of things already have happened. So looking at that pace car, lights are still on. Anthony Giuliano in a good position there. Aaron Hearn. Jeffrey Converse, haven't talked about him tonight. He's actually running very well in the 5th position. Cameron Hearn, we talked about him on the last restart, him being in the 8th position, fourth car in line on the outside. He actually made up 2 positions, so he will move, or he will be restarting in the 6th position, outside line again. Corey Tuggle is in 7th. Brandon Murray 8th. Leonard Frost 9th. Josh Cottle 10th. Cade Ferguson 11th. Talon Pelfrey 12th. And the last car on the lead lap showing right now is number 68 of Brian Thornhill. Doesn't look pretty, but he's still out there running around getting points. 14th is Andrew Brigante. Kel Butler being scored 15th. Joseph Murata being scored 16th. As we get ready to go back to green here, pace cars duck down. 98's got control. Fires off. Smallwood was trying to time it. I think he did it. Oh, somebody missed a shift. The number 17 of Anthony Giuliano didn't cause a caution, though. Very lucky. We're going to have a good battle here up front. Smallwood now within striking distance. Looks like Logan Power is getting through the corner just a bit better than Daniel Smallwood is right now. And Cameron Hearn making his way down on the inside, going to make the pass for 3rd position. Got his sights set on that number 88 car. I'll tell you what, if you're the 88, you better be getting after that 98. And I tell you, just as I say that, he is. Got a nose down there. Logan hangs it to the outside. Gets a good run off, and we got another spin. It was Brandon Murray. Let's go ahead and back the tape up. Watch Corey Tuggle beside Brandon Murray coming down the front stretch. Murray enters the corner. Ooh. I don't know, folks. I don't make the calls, I just show them. Brandon Murray a little worse for wear tonight. He's got a pretty tore up race car, as do actually a good chunk of these guys. Interesting. Daniel Smallwood just went down pit road. But either needs some. Nope, he's getting tires. So with just 18 laps to go, Smallwood says, "I want my tires." That's kind of interesting to me. Very interesting to me. Only 18 laps to go. The guys are trying to time it right when they can really take advantage of the tires. I thought the move by Josh Cottle might have been the wrong move, but he is being shown in the 7th position. So he made up one spot on that short run. It was only a few laps. I feel like he's going to have to make up more in order to have a shot at even a podium. Smallwood now, obviously, he's being scored in the 10th position. He's going to have to drive his heart out. Brandon Thornhill is currently running in the 12th position. Give him credit for hanging on, and staying out there, sticking with it, and getting some points, as he's actually going to come down pit road. There's quite a few tore up cars. A lot of guys still in the race, even though they've got damage and laps down. Good for them for staying in, getting some damage fixed, and get some experience on this track. Brandon Murray, even though he was just involved in that incident, he's being scored in the 9th position. Talon Pelfrey, we saw the incident that he was involved in. He's now up in the 8th position. Mentioned Leonard Frost. He's in the 6th position. Jeffrey Converse still holding on to that 5th position. Corey Tuggle, I think at one point he restarted in the 2nd position. He's only fallen back to 4th, so I think it's a smart move on his part, being where he is and doing what he's doing. But now we come back to the same two that's been battling week after week. I kind of thought there might be a spoiler in it. Something might change. Not that something can't, but we only have 15 laps to go. So these guys put together a green flag run here. It's going to be very hard, no matter what, for the 88 and the 22 to make it back to the front as we get ready to go green. Loud pedal goes down. Logan Power gets a pretty good jump on the inside, hops to the outside, gets a nice turn in through 1 and 2. Earn hard back to the throttle, gets right to his back end. At some point in one of these corners. Both have a very similar driving style. I think Hearn is able to get back to the throttle just a little bit quicker than Powers is right now. Hearn is going to sweep it wide and try to probably cross under. That does not work. Powers gets a good run. You see how hard they're braking. The cars are turning almost sideways. They're on the brakes so hard into the corners, as we see these two just battle it out lap after lap. I think this is going to come down to who wants it more. You see a lot of respect for each other. They showed a lot of respect last week. Hearn just glued to the back bumper of that number 98 car. A quick update, Cottle has advanced to the 5th position, Smallwood to the 8th position, and Smallwood into the wall hard. That is going to bring out a caution. Go ahead and rewind it, let you see it. Not sure what happened. I saw his car jump, but I'm just not sure what happened. Go back one more time and I'll give you a different angle to look at it from. We'll go far chase And we'll back it up just a little bit further. All right. Not sure what happened here. Y'all can make up your minds what happened out there. I don't make those comments. I just show the videos. So with just 9 laps to go, and we get one chance at a green, white, checkered. I feel like we're going to get one chance here for been about 4 to 5 laps every caution flag. And probably let's see. I'm not sure if the race stats go caution laps. Yes, it does. So we're averaging about 4.5 laps per caution, unfortunately. So I think we'll probably go back to green with like 5 laps to go, maybe 4. And then if there's an instant caution, we'll have probably 2 restarts. The good news for Josh Cottle, because Daniel Smallwood ended up getting the wall there. Maybe not to his fault. I don't make those calls. I don't think he's really got a shot at getting back on the podium. I do feel like Josh Cottle has a chance, though. Cottle, not only does he have a chance at a podium, but I think he was too far back if we had stayed green for him to have a shot at either of the front 2. Now, I don't know that he's got a shot at the front 2 even from the position that he's going to be restarting in, but he's got a better shot at a podium than he did before. Corey Tuggle, pretty impressed. He's managed to hold on. Like I said earlier, he restarted in the 2nd position, I believe, and he has restarted in the 4th position. He's getting ready to restart in the 3rd position. I think the 22 is going to enjoy the outside here. That's probably his best bet to get around Tuggle if he wants to get around him quickly and have any shot at a win. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. Waiting on the pace car. All right, lights are out. Lights are out. So, as we come to the green flag, we'll have 5 laps to go. Logan Powers, Cameron Hearn, they've been kind of the fastest guys tonight. Smallwood was mixed in there, but he is currently being scored in 8th position. Josh Cottle showed a little bit of speed earlier. We'll see if he's got that speed now as we get ready to go back green with just 5 laps to go. Powers holds him back, and then he takes off. I think Hearn kind of anticipated it. Got a pretty good restart there. I'm going to watch Tuggle because I want to see the 22. The 22 does drive around the outside. He's going to have to continue to drive around the high side as he does now. The 22 moves up into the 3rd position, all fighting for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Oh, battle's heating up front. We've got to go back to the front here. 67 all over the back bumper of the 98 car, literally on the back bumper. I don't think you could have slipped a dollar bill between the 2 bumpers. They are at it and at it hard. Logan Powers driving as hard as he can. I did hear some crunching in the background. No caution. There it is, unfortunately. Go ahead and rewind the tape here. All right, so I think the initial crunching that we heard was the 13 car. Some strange contact there. Now we're going to continue to see some other people having issues after that. That's very unfortunate with what was, I believe, 3 laps to go. Felt like the 22. Got no bias here. Don't care who wins the race. Just want to see a good show. Felt like the 22 actually was closing in on both of the the front too, and may have had a shot to maybe pull something on the last lap or something to, you know, either get himself a second place or possibly even pull some crazy stuff and actually win the race. But I think we're going to have a green-white checkered here. Yep, it just switched to green-white checkered. So this is going to be their one and only attempt to finish the race under green. I have high hopes for these guys to do that because I'd like to see the 98, the 67, and the 22 battle it out. Excuse me for a moment. I'm sure that went over the microphone. Sorry. Tried to get away and mute the mic, but wasn't able to get the button in time. That one came out of nowhere. Well, this is what it's all about. It's coming down to the nitty gritty here. I'm sure Logan Powers is probably clinched up everything on his body at this point. Cameron Hearn, not sure what kind of driver he really is. I don't know if these guys are relaxed and they just so used to these situations, or if there's some nervousness from either one of them. Same with the 22. They put on a pretty good show tonight. It'll be interesting to see how they can finish off. Hopefully it'll finish under green. I know they're going to want to, you know, try to run it out. Being the leader with just a few laps to go, definitely an advantage. Being the leader with a green-white checker, the caution comes out right away. Obviously, huge advantage to the 98 because, well, as long as he doesn't spin the tires or miss a gear or something like that, caution comes out, more than likely he's going to be in front. So, and hopefully he's not the caution. Hopefully they'll race each other nice and clean, and we'll just have a great battle to the finish. But wind it up, get ready, because we're going to go green right now. Sorry I was behind. I forgot to fast forward. 98 gets a good start. Cameron on the back bumper of the 98. Unfortunately, that is going to end the race. We'll watch this here. Just hard race, very few laps to go. So, folks, let me go ahead, since I was actually in replay mode, let's go ahead and watch this start over. This is the final restart, even though you see checkered up there. This is the final restart. I was not, I was still in replay mode. I wasn't in live mode. So this is the replay. And I'll tell you when the caution came out. The Logan Powers got a good start. The 67 followed right in his tracks. 22 had a pretty good shot here, and the caution. So the 98 is going to end up your winner. The 67 ends up in the second position, and the number 22 in the third position. We'll go ahead and get them in the interview booth and get them ready to come up here, and we'll speak with them all. Let's see, there we go. All right, well, here we go. We're gonna start it off with go with Josh Cottle. We'll go third to first. Got to pick a better camera angle than that. Try to get a better, well, maybe. I guess that's going to be the best shot we're going to get of him. So here we go. bringing up the driver of the number 22 car tonight. Did very well last week. I remember him making a late race charge. Josh Cottle in the number 22. You got a copy?
Hey, how are you?
Am I pronouncing that correct? Is it Cottle?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I had kind of questioned your strategy a little bit. I thought that you would probably come at that caution around, I believe it was just before 70 or just right at 70. Then there was a caution right there after it, and you went down. I wasn't really sure that you could make it back. You definitely proved me wrong. Do you think the cautions helped you get up there, or do you think they hurt you? Because I noticed on the caution prior to obviously the last one, I guess it was two before the end of the race. You had cleared the third position, whoever it was at the time. It looked like you were making some massive gains on the leaders. You think that the cautions hurt you tonight, or they helped you?
At the end there, the cautions definitely hurt me because I had some good speed at the end and I had way fresher tires compared to Logan and I'm pretty sure Cameron. And that end right there just did not work for me at all, but still got a third place, which is pretty good.
Oh, it's actually really good. I mean, I didn't see you get into much of anything tonight. I know you got a little bit of damage on the rear of your car, and you might have some scrapes on the side, but you definitely kept it clean tonight. I didn't see you get much damage, so I mean, you got to walk away pretty proud of that and the third place finish. Everybody wants to win, or second's always better than third, but 2 weeks in a row in the top five, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm very happy with this finish. I mean, if I had a little bit more time there, I could have probably got a second, but third place is always really good, and I'm happy to be here.
We'll copy that. Congratulations on that third place finish. We'll give you a chance to give any shout outs or thanks that you want to do right now.
I don't really have anything to shout out besides y'all for doing the broadcast again and just the league. It's very fun. Very happy with how it's going so far.
Alrighty. Well, once again, congratulations. The number 22 bringing it home in third position tonight.
Thank you.
All right, and coming across the line in the second position would be that number 67 Abruzzi Racewear sponsored car with the driver Cameron Hearn. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
And you guys put on a heck of a show up there, man. Between you and Logan, when Smallwood was up there, it was a good show. The 22 was making his way up there. I really thought that tonight was going to be a little more dramatic with more drivers up towards the front instead of just you and Logan. You and Logan battling it out. I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Josh. Do you think the cautions helped you or they hurt you tonight?
I think they hurt me. There was a couple of times, one time especially, that I got stuck behind guys that were on extremely old tires and had damage, and I ended up getting into one of them a couple laps in the run, getting a black flag. And then those last two cautions, I ran Logan down, and I was trying to, force a mistake. I didn't want to move him out of the way, but just didn't have a chance to do it. And the green-white checkered, had a pretty good run going, and caution came out. But Logan's up here all night, so he deserves it. So tough track to pass. I don't know if I'd have been able to get by him cleanly if we did stay green. I'd have to make a crazy move, and don't want to race like that, even though it's it's a short track. But he was up front all night.
Copy that. I mean, up here, I really wanted to see it go green to the end. I thought that that we might have seen a side by side at the finish. You might have seen a nose ducked under somewhere. Something, or maybe even trying it to the. I think the 22 had the tires to go to the outside.
Right. Yeah, he was coming. That was the only thing I was worried about, is me and Logan get racing. I mean, he can come up here and just pass both of us.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that he had a shot to make it interesting. Maybe not overtake you guys, but to make it interesting. If you had pulled something on the last lap, I mean, it's not a track that you would potentially see it, 3 wide at. But if you had gone to the outside, he may have, done what I'd seen him kind of dime in the corner and then duck underneath and, brought it 3 wide to the finish. So, I mean, it was still a great race to watch. Congratulations on the second place finish, but would love to see you guys battle it out at the end. Any shout outs that you'd like to give?
Yeah, thank you for the broadcast. Thank all the guys that race in this league. There's a lot of competition out here. Big shout out to Aaron coming home top 5. It's a tough track, very technical, a lot of breaks, and he did a good job of avoiding wrecks, not causing trouble, keeping his nose clean. So give a shout to him. My wife watching, my mom and dad, they do a lot for us, and just appreciate all the admins take the time to upload stuff and keep up at points and make calls during the race. I know it's extremely tough, especially at a track like this tonight. So just thank everybody involved, and look forward to racing next week.
Copy that. That was Cameron Hearn in the number 67 of Bruzy Racewear Toyota Camry coming home in second place. We're going to bring up our winner now, driving the number 98 Ford EcoBoost Ford Mustang, Logan Powers. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
All right, buddy. Well, pretty interesting night tonight. I asked both other drivers the same question that I'm about to ask you, because I'm curious what you got to say about it. Did the cautions help you, or did the cautions hurt you tonight?
I don't know. I think that I honestly wanted it to go green. I knew the 22 was actually catching because I knew he had taken tires on about lap 75. So I was just kind of keeping it check with that. But I actually only took one set of tires tonight. So I pitted on, I think, 50, and then I tried to kind of keep the track position. And I know me and Cameron, he had used a set earlier, so he was all out of tires, but we were on the same strategy because I just never used my last set. We all pitted together, and then so I knew me and Cameron had about the same tires. He was kind of all over me there the last few restarts, and he actually gave me the bumper one time, but like I heard him say, I think, was that he was just trying to pressure me, and that's what he was doing. He was putting a lot of pressure on me, and luckily I was just able to run that middle line and not let him sneak up underneath me. But I honestly think that it didn't really sway me either way. It was I would been happy if we get a green finish, but when I saw the caution coming down the back stretch, it solidified the win, so it was good either way.
So I had mentioned a little bit earlier during the race. Was there tension there? Not between you and another driver, just tension within yourself. I at one point said you were probably, your whole body was clenched up, and especially certain parts. Because anything can go wrong, and when you're leading like that, and you've kind of been you were kind of dominant tonight. Let's be honest. You were one of the only cars that was at the front and then went back to the front, and you made some, I don't want to say aggressive in a bad sense, but you made an aggressive pass that I thought was just insanely impressive. You went to the outside and looked like you went in 10 miles an hour faster and just drove right through the corner. Was there any tension, within yourself there in the closing laps?
Yeah, I think there was some. Those last few restarts, like I said, I was kind of paying attention to where cars behind me were, because I knew everybody was on a different set, and that's what's nice about this new implemented tire sets, how many you can take, because then everybody's kind of forced to just make their own calls. And I wanted to pit, but I felt like giving up the track position was just going to be too much. So I saw Daniel pit, and I thought he was going to come out on top, but then I saw he kind of cycled through with, I think he was like 10th or something like that. And I just knew that some of those cars back there had maybe older tires and had a chance of, being caught up in a wreck or just being slower. So I was just paying attention to what everybody else was doing. I think that's basically what helped me get the win tonight, was really paying attention to what other people were doing, because I could have easily, pitted with 15 to go or so. I just didn't know if I'd have time to get up. And obviously, if you get out front of Cameron, you kind of want to stay there. So that's what I kind of shot for.
Well, and we've seen it. You are very good on the longer runs. So, I mean, at one point we saw the both of you basically doing the exact same thing. It almost looked like you guys had the cars pitched sideways going in the corner. Not really breaking loose, but the car was pitching because I think you guys were braking so hard and turning in. So it was a real treat to watch. Congratulations on the win. Any final shout outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, it just obviously all the competitors tonight. I mean, it was really good competition tonight. I think it kind of evened it out being on a short track. I know personally I like the short tracks anyways, but the competition was good tonight. And then obviously Extreme Sim TV for you guys putting it on, and then Joseph and all the admins for putting on the league. And I think I had maybe 1 or 2 watchers tonight. So my grandmother, if she's watching, thanks for watching. Glad I was able to pull off the win.
We'll copy that. Congratulations. We saw you burning it down and doing the old Polish victory lap. You're doing it again. Continue burning it down as we show the graphics for the results, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, that was Logan Powers, your winner tonight here at Nashville. As he burns it down, we're going to go ahead and run through the unofficial race results. Logan Powers takes the win. Cameron Hearn comes across second. Cottle comes across third. Giuliano fourth. Let's see, we got Hearn in fifth. Converse in sixth. Murray in seventh. Thornhill eighth. Ferguson ninth. Frost in 10th. Then Daniel Smallwood ended up crossing in 11th. Tuggle 12th. 13th. Pelfrey. Brigante 16th. Murata. Dylan Gona 17th. 18th went to Hayes. Craig Goodenough finished 19th. 20th was Hermie Sadler, and Crane was 21st. That's going to wrap up the evening here for us at Extreme Sim TV with the LSRL Nashville 100, brought to you by Wilder Graphics. We'll see you next week, same place, same time. Well, not same place in terms of track, but same place being Extreme Sim TV. If you want to check out some more great racing action, you can head on over to Extreme Sim TV on Friday night. We'll be covering the LSRL Cup Series, which I'm not positive, but I think they're going to be racing those here at Nashville, so that'll be very interesting. There's also plenty of other content throughout the week. Hit the subscribe and the bell so you can get notified when we're putting up our next broadcast. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.